What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another classic WoW video for Mists of Pandaria Classic, and today we're going to be talking about jewel crafting and how to make gold with jewel crafting in the Mists of Pandaria. Now, jewel crafting will be very similar to what it's been like in the past. You can make some amulets like trinkets, rings, and you can also make tradable mounts this time, which we haven't really been able to in quite a long time. You can also sell gems, that one is kind of obvious. Now, there's a couple of changes when it comes to jewel crafting, like for example in the past, you've been doing a daily quest to get currency, and then you can spend that currency on different recipes to acquire like the ability to craft those gems. In Mists of Pandaria, this changes quite a bit, and instead of doing a daily quest, you are doing a daily craft, and instead of targeting certain recipes, like you can buy recipes with currencies, you have to be it's RNG, and you have to be lucky to get the recipe you want to get. That being said, you can target certain recipes of different colors. In addition to that, jewel crafters do at some point get access to a daily cooldown craft. This one might be here from the start, but originally it was added in the Throne of Thunder patch, or 5.2. Either way, let's take a look at jewel crafting in Mists of Pandaria, and for this I'm going to be using the Wowhead for some visuals here, and talking about, well, the Wowhead guide for jewel crafting, and we're going to be talking about this a little bit. So first of all, we have the patch updates that I just talked about. You have 2 brand new recipes coming out, and they are world drops in 5.2. Now, Classic WoW usually uses the last patch as the itemization. That being said, these recipes might not be available until that phase, like the phase equivalent of 5.2, but they also might be here from the start. So if they are here from the start, you want to get these recipes as soon as you can. Basically, both of these are daily cooldowns, and this one can combine Serpent's Eyes for once per day to create a Serpent Heart. You can also make a Primal Diamond, and this one as well, making basically a very good gem. Now, Serpent's Heart takes 3 Serpent's Eyes and can only be made once per day, and it creates a Serpent's Heart. This contains a rare quality Pandaren uncut gem, and also a very low chance at certain designs, like the pet designs. The next one was the Primal Diamond craft as well, which allows jewel crafters to create uncut Primal Diamond, and before 5.2, only alchemists could make these Primal Diamonds. So Primal Diamonds are available from the start no matter what. The only thing is, originally, in Mists of Pandaria, only alchemists could make them, and then halfway through the expansion, jewel crafters could also make them. This requires a Spirit of Harmony and 5 of each uncut Pandaren gem. So the question is, will jewel crafters be able to make these cheaper than alchemists can? Because if it's going to be more expensive, it's simply not going to be worth it, right? Whichever profession can make these the cheapest, the best one that is. Then we have learning recipes. In Mists of Pandaria, learning rare recipes is a little bit different than in past expansions, where you would complete daily quests, like Shipment Blood Jade Amulet for tokens, which were then used to purchase recipes. Instead, you will choose from 6 different types of discovery recipes based on the color of the rare gem recipe that you are interested in. This consumes 3 gems in the process and can only be used once per day. Basically, this is a research craft you can do 1 time every single day, and you can basically burn 3 gems to learn more recipes of that gem. So for example, River's Heart is a blue gem. You can burn 3 River's Heart, so 3 blue gems, to learn a new blue gem recipe. The same thing goes for Primordial Ruby, the red gem for example. You can burn 3 red gems, you're literally wasting those 3 gems, but you are getting a recipe back. This allows you to target a certain family or a certain color of gems at the start. So usually red gems are the best ones to go for. I mean, they're pure stat gems, right? So if you get lucky and get some good gems there, you can make absolute insane gold. On the other side, everyone is going to go for red gems, in which case you could make a lot of gold by going for purple gems or even orange gems as well, and striking the jackpot. For example, getting a strength plus mastery gem recipe could be absolutely insane. Or on the caster side, intellect plus haste, for example, could also be absolutely insane. So going for those, let's just call them off-brand recipes, could also be a viable strategy here. In addition to that, if you look at the screen right now, we also have some special recipes and how to acquire those. So meta gem recipes, for example, they are bound on pickup world drops, and only jewel crafters can loot them, and they're pretty common. You might simply be out there doing some daily quest and you can get like a rare meta gem recipe, or you can do a raid finder, you can do a dungeon. They can drop from absolutely anywhere, and the thing is, you will only see those, like you will only have them drop for you if you have jewel crafting. And if you, for example, do a 5-man dungeon and it drops inside there as well, if you hire 2 jewel crafters, you can both roll for it. If you are the only jewel crafter, you are the only one getting them. Literally, only jewel crafters can loot these. So yeah, you're gonna get all of them anyway, shouldn't really worry about that. Then you also have the Treasures of the Veil from Golden Lotus dailies. They can contain both meta gem recipes or the ones for the brand new battle pets. Then we also have the mount recipes for the craftable mounts that jewel crafters get. You want to get revered, I think it is, or even exalted for the best, like the jeweled onyx panther, with Order of the Cloud Serpent. I'm gonna have a separate video coming out about Order of the Cloud Serpent and how to get this reputation insanely fast. The thing is, you can get exalted literally on day 1. Well, maybe. Theoretically you can, but realistically, you probably can't, but the chances are there. You can literally grind this reputation as much as you want. Okay, then we can go down a little bit here, so we have vanity items. We're just gonna go straight down to mounts here. Jewel crafters can make mounts in Mists of Pandaria. You can make the Jade Panther, Sunstone Panther, Sapphire Panther, Ruby Panther, and then you can combine all of those 4 into the Jeweled Onyx Panther. So the regular ones like Jade and Sunstone, they require Honored Reputation with the Order of the Cloud Serpent. Then you have a Sapphire and Ruby, they require Revered, and then Jeweled Onyx Panther requires Exalted. So if you have a jewel crafter, you will want to focus on this reputation quite a bit to get these recipes, and like if you get these recipes fast, you could actually make a bunch of gold by selling these mounts and being one of the first people on your server that have the ability to sell these mounts. You will also get a couple of pets coming out in Mists of Pandaria, battle pets, right? Sapphire Cub and Jade Owl, you can make as a jewel crafter. Okay, now let's talk about how to actually acquire gems as well. So the first thing I want to point you towards here is the Jewel Crafters Only Serpent's Eye. You can now only equip 2 of them instead of 3, and in addition, prospecting Mists of Pandaria ore will yield Sparkling Shard. 10 Sparkling Shard can then be combined into Serpent's Eye, and like we talked about at the beginning of this video, you will at some point be able to combine Serpent's Eye and make regular gems through this craft all the way over here, Serpent's Heart, right? 3 Serpent's Eyes, you can combine those into a Serpent's Heart, giving you other gems to sell if you have too many Serpent's Eyes. So you will find those regularly by simply prospecting ores, and then when it comes to acquiring gems, raw uncut gems are mainly found by prospecting Ghost Iron ore, Kyperite, White Trillium ore, and Black Trillium ore. Killing the rare mob Lithic the Stalker in Town Long Steps also award a bigger bag of jewels, giving you more gems as well. This one can be a lot of gold early on. Rare quality gems can also be found in loot satchels and Blingitron. So literally, Blingitron you want to do every single time you can. It's free and it can give you a bunch of gold. Players can create Serpent's Heart once per day, which contains rare gems, and as of 5.2, jewel crafters can make Primal Diamond through the world drop design Primal Diamond. When discovering new recipes, you will get a Facets of Research that has a chance to contain cut rare gems as well. Now, one thing that is very important when it comes to making gold is the ability to get perfect gem cuts. This is something we had in TBC. I am not too sure about Wrath, and I don't think we had it in Cataclysm. Actually, we might have it. Either way, they are back, so you can make something like a bold Pandarian Garnet and get a perfect bold Pandarian Garnet instead, which we'll be selling for a lot more. The perfect ones are very close to actually rare cut gems, like the best gems you can have. So these right here can make you a bunch of gold because blood garnets will be significantly cheaper than the actual red rare uncut gem. Actually, yeah, they give the same stats as a rare cut. So if you get a perfect bold Pandarian Garnet, it is the same as the actual rare gem, which is pretty insane. Aside from all of this, in every single expansion so far, both in TBC, Wrath and Cataclysm, I have made a lot of gold simply by prospecting ores and selling the gems on the auction house. Literally, all I've been doing when it comes to making gold that way is buy ores on the auction house, prospect, repost, sell, profit. In Cataclysm, this was about 20,000 gold per hour at some points, and 10,000 gold usually, and in Wrath of the Lich King it was absolutely insane at times as well. So for me, I would definitely, I'm going to pay attention to how much gold per hour that actually gives, and to anyone who has watched so far in the video, prospecting ores can make you a bunch of gold. Just give it a try. Aside from that, I would also really focus on getting cheap rare gems and cheap uncommon gems. So for example, bold Pandarian Garnet. If you can get Pandarian Garnet cheaply, try to snipe those when they are super cheap, because once again, you can cut those into perfect bold Pandarian Garnet, and likewise, one perfect cut can basically give you 30 uncut gems again, or something like that. Like, if you just get them cheap, you can make a bunch of gold with this, so pay attention to the market and snipe those good deals. Other than that, a lot of the gold will be from targeting the good recipes when it comes to cutting gems and getting lucky on your recipes. So for example, if you're focusing on the actual stats, you want to get strength, agility and intellect, and then you want to focus on haste, you want to focus on hit, you want to focus on mastery, and a combination of all of those as well. And the better the gem recipes you get, the more gold you will make as well, but all of that is completely RNG. But once again, you can target certain colors when it comes to recipes, so you can either hunt down the red recipes, the orange recipes. That is definitely up to you. So Jewelcrafting is going to be absolutely insane for gold making. It has so many ways to make gold as well. You can make battle pets, you can make mounts, you can also cut gems, you can cut the perfect gems now from rare gems and uncommon gems, so getting perfect cut is gonna be insane. And then also you can simply buy ores and prospect them and make gold that way, allowing you to basically make gold while you're AFK. So we have talked a lot about making gold with Jewelcrafting in this video. Now if you want to learn more about gold making with all of the other professions in Mists of Pandaria, I've made a gold making guide which so far covers every single profession, both crafting and gathering, for gold making. Also covers a bunch of ways you can farm gold, invest for gold, and simply just make gold in Mists of Pandaria Classic. So if you want to upgrade your gold making level, well, check it out, the link is down below. And right now you will also get the Cataclysm Guide in the same purchase. That way you can use the Cataclysm Guide to farm gold until Mists of Pandaria comes out, and also many of the Cataclysm gold farms will be relevant in Mists of Pandaria as well. So either way, you get 2 guides for the price of 1, and you can check it out through the link down below. And that's pretty much it for now. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know in the comments which profession do you think is going to be the best for gold making in Mists of Pandaria. Either way, thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the next video very soon. Bye bye now.